Good morning, Web Spiders. We skipped a day. Today is Thursday, January 25th, 2018. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad everyone's here safe and sound. It didn't look like a lot was going on outside yesterday, but ask the teachers. Most of the teachers were here yesterday morning before they decided to call school off, and most of them had a hard time stopping at stop signs and in parking lots. There was ice all over the roads yesterday. So it didn't look like a lot when you looked outside, but it was slick and dangerous. So I'm glad you guys got to stay home safe and sound in your warm homes, but I'm awfully glad you're back today. Happy birthday shout out to Savannah Chapman from Mrs. David's room. Happy birthday shout out to Ezra Fair Bennett from Mrs. Taylor's room. Whoop, whoop. So glad that you're here today. We didn't have any birthdays in the web yesterday. We weren't here, so that's good. But so glad I get to celebrate with you guys. Come see me for a birthday backpack charm, and we will have a little birthday celebration. We got some friends in the studio today, so they can see themselves right there. But before I do that, let me talk about our character trait of humility. You know, we're ticking down the days in January where we're trying to learn how to be humble. So you kind of need to give yourself a little check. How are you doing with that? Are you thinking of others more than you're thinking of yourself? Are you trying to help others so that they feel better? Are you congratulating others when they do well, even if you didn't do very well? Because we're trying to be humble. We're trying to think of others more than we think of ourselves and really have that character trait of humility, okay? So you've got a few days left to really, really, really practice it before we get into February and get into a new character trait, okay? So I want to see humility all over the building, okay? Someone drops their tray at lunch. Our first reaction sometimes is to giggle when something happens because that's kind of a nervous reaction. Make sure you're not the giggler. Make sure you're the helper picking up, okay, so that people feel good instead of embarrassed, that kind of thing. So make sure that we have humility. Okay. Let me see. Oh, this is kind of goes along. The other day, some of you brought back a packet with a lot of signatures in it and you got prizes. So I am hoping that you practiced humility. Maybe some of you, if you got 2 prizes, shared one of your prizes with somebody else who didn't have one. I don't know. If you win a prize for a project at school, think of how to respond with humility. Thanks. I like the way my friend John did his project too. So don't just take all the credit and brag on yourself. Try to always compliment somebody else. And that is humility. And if you got a couple prizes, maybe you shared one of yours, that is humility. And so just going, I filled mine out and I got prizes. That is not a good character trait. No, 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 no. That's bragging and it makes people not want to be around you. You know what I mean? You could still keep your prizes. You wouldn't have had to share. But maybe one of you said, oh, I'm sorry. Your mom worked last night. You guys didn't get that filled out. Why don't you take one of mine? That would be being a really good friend, right? Sharing.
I didn't get to.
Okay. And it's okay, isn't it? Because it's just a little prize. It's absolutely okay. So, and it looks like you had a good attitude about it. So thank you for that as well. At this time, if you will stand and push your chair and we'll have a moment of silence. Moment of silence, please.
Okay.
I'm going to start right here. Tell us who you are, what class you're from.
I'm Bryson Elston from Miss Shots class. I'm McKinley Herbert from Miss Shots class. I'm Lexi Martin from Miss Shots class. I'm Colton Yancey from Miss Shots class. I'm Stephen Hudak from Miss Shots class.
Would you hold that for us? Now, guys, remember, it's this hand. It's your right hand on your heart this way. It looks opposite when you're looking at the screen, so I need to make sure it's your right hand. Yep, right hand and right hand. You ready? Here we go.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You did a nice job. Nice job. I don't think we have any other special announcements today, but I will say that we had 7 full boxes of collected items to donate to Kick It for the babies in Johnson County. So thank you, and thank you, Mrs. Bartram's class, for spearheading that drive and honoring Dr. Martin Luther King by doing something nice for somebody else. So thank you for donating if you did. Here we go. Here's our creed.
I am a member of the Webb family. I take pride in myself and my school. I promise to do these things every day. I will always say positive things about myself and others. I will respect and trust others. I will insist on giving my personal best. I will discuss and listen actively. I will expect and give truth and honesty. I am glad to do my part to make web school a place where everybody is somebody special.
Make it a great day in the web. I'm glad you guys are warm and rested. You ought to be very productive at school today. Teachers, you ought to get a lot done in your classes because these spiders are ready to go. Make sure you are
doing it right.
Have a great day, spiders.